So it seems like, or maybe not. Are they ready or not? Yes, it seems like the game is going to be starting now. And let's see how this is gonna be played out. Alright, so let's have a look at the gods to start off with. I noticed that there is not gonna be an Atlantean, which makes sense on this map, because Atlanteans aren't really all that great on this map. And yeah, let's start off with the fourth player. It's gonna be a player playing as Hades, and he's gonna be on the flank for Team TBD, and he is going for actually for wood first. Not sure if that's standard or not on Greek to do, but we'll see. They will give him nice amount of fishing boats. He's going for the hunt right now, which makes sense because he will need to keep up his village of production before he has the boats in there. And it's gonna be Gold Lion playing as Ra in the pocket, which is a pretty nice position for the Ra. And he's gathering from the chickens. He doesn't want to have any kind of downtime when gathering from the food, because the downside. It appears that it's going to be a veto. Okay, so that's going to be the veto for Team TBD. They weren't all that happy with this map, as it seems. I mean, Gold Lion in the middle wasn't actually such a bad spawn, I think, as the Raw.
No.
Yeah, the veto is just meant to prevent map screws. It's not really meant to change your mind on something. So yeah, that's not allowed to switch any gods. I don't really remember all gods, so I can't really notice if people cheated. But I think this is the same lineup as it seems, so that's gonna be pretty much fine in there. So yeah, let's have a look at attempt number 2. And yeah, it seems like we're gonna start off with Bonadrian this time around, and he's gonna be playing Poseidon here on the flank for Team Bonaire. He's going for a bit of scouting, casting the lure right here. He wants a bit of hunt near his base, and he's going for the goats right now. He doesn't want to have any kind of delay with the boars and any kind of walk time, so he's just gonna be fine like this, which makes sense, I guess. And the lure is in the meantime gonna lure some food to his town center. In the meantime, he's building up his dock, and this seems to be a pretty good spawn. Another veto. It's gonna be tons of vetoes now, but the vetoes are right now gone. Seems like a bit of a ban was going on in the chat. Not really sure what was the problem up there. Why he was actually banned. But thanks for moderating anyways. Not sure exactly why he was banned, but yeah, so this is gonna be the last. Yeah, it's gonna be one veto, so no more vetoes now. So I'm actually not that sure if it was such a bad spawn for them. Ah, I see, alright. Guilty, I think a timeout would have done it as well. That would be fine as well for me. Unless he keeps continuing, of course, then he's supposed to be banned. But I think normally timeout should be enough with a warning. Okay, so this time around we're gonna have the third attempt here. And it's gonna be Gold Lion playing for Team TBDs, playing on the flank here, going for the dock with Pharaoh. In the meantime, going for the boars. That is gonna take a while to kill them and a bit of downtime with building the granary, but it seems like he's pretty much fine with that. He just wants the faster gathering, and that's gonna be yeah, that's gonna be the plan for him, and let's see how that's gonna be working out for him. Pairing with the priest right here. And it's gonna be Skadi playing as Zeus in the pocket. He's going for the goats, as it seems. He doesn't want any kind of delay, which makes sense. Alright, so on the top, on the flank, it's gonna be playing it's gonna be player playing on the flank again this time around. And he's gonna be playing as Hades, as they can't change gods, so that makes sense. And where is he actually? Oh, he's going for the boars. This villager took quite a lot of damage, as it seems. But yeah, that's gonna be the plan for him. And this is quite a forward dock, actually. That's interesting. I mean, usually the pockets goes forwards, I think. But maybe not this time around. So let's see how that's gonna be working out for him. Maybe he just wants to, like, indirectly secure this fish over here or something like that. And it's gonna be Bonadrian playing on the flank once again. And it seems like he casts Telluria quite nicely. And he's gonna be gathering food from here near his CC, so that's gonna be no walking time. And that's really the power of the lure, really nice for him. And he's gonna have the forward dock as well, while the pocket Bon Abdullah is taking the back. Which is alright, I guess. He's playing as the Thor in the pockets. And he is gathering food from, I think, not the boars. Where is he actually? Ah, he's making dwarfs, that makes sense. He's just making dwarfs, so that makes sense. He doesn't really need any kind of food just yet, so yeah, pretty good for him. And the last player is going to be Bonamat, and he's going to be playing on the flank for Team Bonaire. And that's going to be the last player we're going to be having a look at the start. And it seems like Bonamat is having second dock already, which is pretty early. But I guess as the Egyptian, the dock's coming quite cheap, so he can actually afford to build this. And what happened here? There is an unfinished house. Was there one Villy killed? Maybe it was this guy actually, and he had to walk back because of the pressure here by the villager. And this is an interesting house, but I assume he was just he just finished with this. And he was close by. I think it will be something like that. Oh, interesting temple. Let's see what's gonna be the plan with that. That seems interesting. Let me have a look at the technologies. There are no advances coming in just yet, so the players are gonna be a bit later, as it seems, as none of them is advancing yet. So we're having on the Egyptians multiple docks already, and how is it going on the top side? 2 docks for pink as well. Just the one for green, second one going up. Second one going up here as well. And actually all players seem to be getting second dock so far, even third for the for Gold Lion and second for Skadi. Third for Bonamat as well. And I'm interested to see what this temple is really going to be doing. Maybe some kind of aggression is coming from that, but not too sure just yet. So let's see how the advances are going up now. It's gonna be Ptah for Gold Lion, Athena for Skadi, so maybe indeed some kind of land aggression, but it also makes sense on the water, so pretty much standard in there. Ares for Bonadrian. Okay, so that's nothing really too extraordinary here, just standard as it seems. But I'm interested to see what's going to be the plan with the temple placement. So on the top side, the first boats are coming in from green. Between player and green, as it seems. And they're having equal amount of boats so far. But as soon as pink should be advancing, it's going to be 2v1 on this side. And that might prove to be a little bit hard for player, but let's see. And here, is there going on any kind of aggression just yet? Just the Egyptian dog spam here, but not much more than that. Gonna be bossed for Bonamat. He's not yet up apparently. A bit later advance, so yeah, so that might be a bit of a problem. Though he has lots of dogs to compensate with, so it might not really be all that much of a problem, but the opponents are gonna have the boat advantage for the beginning at least. And since he is alone already, that might prove to be pretty hard for him. Interesting build up here. I think I know what's coming, but I really don't want to spoil it on stream yet. So I'm not sure if Bonaire is watching, so I want to be careful with that for a bit. Yeah, it seems like the forward TC here by pink is gonna be denied by player. For the time being at least. And these guys were shifted to his base and they took a bit of damage, but I don't think he lost any of them. No, it seems not. And here it seems like player is actually holding himself pretty nicely here, and that's because pink is not really contributing to the water fight. He's just going for land, and unfortunately for him this TC was denied. And yeah, that might prove to be a little bit of a setback for him. Yeah, here, as we expected, it's gonna be the land aggression indeed by Skadi. Playing as Jesus with the interesting forward build-up. Yeah, he's gonna have the restoration as well. And he appears not to take any advantage of the water as well. Or rather, he's not really fighting it all that much as well. And that makes sense because Gold Lion is actually doing quite well by himself up here, so that makes sense. And it seems like Bonamet is building up his X-Men just now, but it might be a little bit late for that, though the Sphinx could definitely help. It's gonna be pretty hard for him, because he will be forced into building military himself now. He can't really invest in the water anymore. He wasn't really winning water, he was also losing water earlier, but now he's gonna be losing it even more. So these docks are definitely far from dead, so let's see what's going on. So the restoration being cast here by player, and he seems to be doing actually quite well on the water. And that's probably since pink isn't contributing all that much. In the meantime, it seems that pink finally got his TC up. And a bit of land aggression here as well by him. And it seems like player isn't really all that prepared yet on the land. He's making his heroes now, but yeah, forward TC will be stolen right now for player. It seems like pink is actually going quite heavily on the TCs. He's probably maybe going for some kind of boom into Ragnarok with all the TCs. That would make sense. Yeah, this yeah, restoration right now being cast, and it seems like 15 seconds of the what's it called, of the prosperity is gonna be unused pretty much, since he can't really benefit from it. So he's pushed off right now. Yeah, it seems like Bonamet is having quite a hard time here. Sherlocky, you can definitely speak your opinion in the chat. That's alright, as long as you are not doing it to offend others in the chat. As long as you mean nice, you know, mean to be nice, I think it's pretty much fine. I mean, everyone is free to express their opinion. In my opinion, that should be fine. And the water battle on the top is still going on. And even though player is doing quite well over there, he doesn't really seem to be preparing on land all that much, unfortunately for him. And he might get punished for this now, but he does still have the Sentinel's God Power, which he's gonna be using right now. This one is kinda open though, that's unfortunate for him. So yeah, these Sentinels are definitely gonna be helping with this aggression, and he should be able to defend it off just fine. Yeah, this TC is gonna be gone. Is there actually Ragnarok coming in already? Yes, Ragnarok already coming in. That's really fast. And that's probably the purpose of the 4 TCs. And let's see how influential that's gonna be. Since Steel has quite a lot of Toxotes actually. Quite a lot. Yeah, so the TC for Pink is gonna be down. And I assume he's researching it, yes, from another TC. Since this one was kinda unsafe. And even though this Ragnarok is gonna be quite interesting, I'm not sure. Locust being cast. Ooh, that's a good idea by Gold Lion. How much should he kill? Just a 1, so that's gonna be 1 hero less. Though these are quite low on health as well, so this one is gonna be pretty much no hero as well. Yeah, but this forward base is gonna be gone. And it seems like Gold Lion is already wanting to take this forward TC up here. And yeah, the Ragnarok is right now being casted. And let's see how much it actually is so early in the game. Let's see, civilian units, and that's gonna be around 60, which on 12 minutes might actually be quite influential. And what upgrades does he have? The copper line compared to Teal. Yeah, that's gonna be quite good for him. Though these Toxotes might be quite dangerous for him. And yeah, it seems like the water here is still raging pretty much. And this TC was already finished, so this is gonna do some damage to the Ragnarok heroes, but ooh, this is definitely nice positioning of the units, as these back ones can't get hit at all. But this forest fire is right now gonna eliminate that problem for them. So pretty good forest fire there. Yeah, a bit of a forward build up here, but not much army by green just yet on the other side. And player is coming in to assist here. Let's see, maybe on the other side entirely. Let's see what he's gonna be planning to do. That would be a pretty good move to help out here, because the Ragnarok heroes, even though there are not that many of them, they are still quite strong. Yeah, I'm really skeptical if this Ragnarok is gonna be enough. I mean, it's definitely giving them some kind of momentum, which, let's see if Bonamet is taking advantage of that. Is he building up some kind of forward base? Maybe. Pestilence cast here, that's nice. It's gonna help them out at least a bit. Yeah, this TC is quite nicely protected by the buildings here. That's definitely well played here. And even though it's lost quite a bit of health, it's gonna be quite fine, I think. Should be pretty much fine. In the meantime, it seems like Bon Adrian finally got some army up on the land, but it's not really gonna be anything compared to players. And it seems, I think this TC, yeah, it's gonna go down either way, but it did quite a lot of damage. So that's good. I think this rain is actually helping the opponents more than its own team actually, because player and... oh, never mind, player actually does have some kind of forms. And Scotty is getting them up just now, whereas both Bonadrian and Bonamat have quite a lot of forms already, so they're gonna be benefiting from the rain as well. And Heroic right now came in for the ISIS player and for green as well. And yeah, that was definitely quite important for Bonamat, but he's gonna be quite delayed because of all the early aggression. But let's see, because of the Ragnarok he might just be able to take a bit of land here and hold himself. So let's see if that's gonna be the case for him. And it seems like most of the Ragnarok heroes are gone. And who is actually the eco going for 5? Pretty good actually. Pretty good. Not that many villagers though. Just yet, but I think he's recovering quite nice. And maybe he can even recover fast enough to not lose the momentum here just gained by red. Especially with this army in here. If he just fights near the Migdol, I think he should be pretty much fine battling this. In the meantime, the big god power just got casted here. Yeah, there's quite a bit of units lost by yellow. And still pretty much going equal on this side. Let's see, the ancestors were cast here to deal with this army. Not that many units lost yet, but it will give him the time to secure this CC. He should really be empowering though. Because when Gold Line, yes exactly, comes into assist, this TC might be stopped after all. Yeah, this is definitely quite nicely played by Gold Lion, and this empowering might prove to be quite a little bit too late if... come on Gold Lion, pay attention. Yeah, he's not really gonna be paying attention all that much, so he could have stopped this probably with the Axeman, though not as easily. But he should have been able to do that, and that's gonna be opportunity missed for him. But at least he killed quite a bit of Phillies and units as well. So not all that disastrous. And it seems like green is gonna be pushed off gold right here by the yellow army. Not that much yellow army here, though, because most of them are raiding, and they are quite successful. Actually, lots of units lost here, which is gonna be pretty huge victory here by player. In the meantime, how did these guys get here? I'm wondering. Underworld passage or something? Or did you just walk all the way up there? That could also be the case. No, both underworld passages are still present, so... yeah, these catapults will prove to be a pretty big problem for red. With the Migdol right now lost and not that much army left, he's gonna be in pretty big trouble. Yeah, this Son of Osiris is definitely usually quite hard to deal with. And this CC is not really gonna survive for a very long time with the catapults here. And his main base is quite far, so he can't really be sending mercenaries himself, only from this TC. But as soon as that's gone, this position is gonna be going for a Gold Lion. Quite good raiding by player all over the map really. He's gonna be stopping Pink as well now, who is trying to get to safety here, but yeah, it's gonna be quite a few losses for him before he can get out. Yeah, this is definitely not secure. He should build a palace near this. Does he actually have T resources for that? Yes, he does. So he should definitely be doing that as soon as possible. In the meantime, this CC is gonna be taken by Gold Lion. And that's gonna be more problems coming in for bonaire. But in the meantime, it seems like Pink is doing a pretty good job at pressuring Skadi, who is at only 1 TC. So it seems like Skadi is even having a harder time than bonaire is. So that might be a bit of opportunity, as if bonaire can actually do a pretty nice amount of pressure here, he might be able. They might be able to win this. Actually, I think they. Yeah. He's gonna be trying to steal this TC, but I doubt he's gonna be successful at that because he just has a few units in there. And yeah, Gold Lion is not right now coming in to assist. And let's see if Red can take advantage of this time that will be bought by the pink player here. Let's see if Red can take advantage of this and maybe kill this this TC. Yes, he definitely will need to. Alright, so it seems like bonaire is indeed having quite nice pressure up here, as it seems, pretty good. And a bit of a build-up going on here by Pink, so they might be aiming for some kind of double here, which might be a pretty good move. Skadi is really in no condition to help, and Gold Lion is on the other side of the map, so that's definitely a quite nice idea by them. And if they can wipe through player fast enough, and Indivision can survive, then they should be fine. Yeah, and it seems like at least he's gonna be losing quite a few villagers here, but the catapults are gone, and that's pretty huge victory here for Red here, because those catapults are the most deadly part actually. The other units he can hold off. At least for a bit. He will need, yes exactly, some kind of towers here. Oh, it's the other side going so far. Player is holding on quite well in the double. Or are they doubling just yet? It seems like the front base by Pink is gonna be denied here. And where is Pink's army actually, if he has any? He doesn't have all that many pop limits, so I'm guessing he has no army at this point. He is building up here. And this will give Skadi the time to recover, so it's looking increasingly harder for Team Bonaire on this map. Yes, Trudakwa, this is a best of 5. And it seems like player is actually pushing bonaire back for at least a bit. This palace might fall. He should really focus this siege guy on one of these. Otherwise this, yeah, now it's gonna be lost. He does get the Poseidon guys though. Militia, I think they're called. Yeah, and Red is dying increasingly faster right now, though he does have the towers in here, which are nice, but these catapults are gonna be a pretty big problem. Look at this. It's gonna be, yeah, maybe this is even enough already. Just one more hit. I think it's like 5 hits and the tower is gone. So that's definitely not a lot. And seems like Pink is actually dealing with Gold Lion here as well, and he's in pretty big trouble as well. Just by the mercenaries so far. Is he actually making catapults here as well? He's planning to, but he's popped, so he can't. On this side, it seems to be going for player as well, so it's looking quite grim for Team Bonaire at this point. Though I must say that Indivision is doing pretty good job at holding this off. I mean, I think I'm at this Indivision, if I remember correctly. He's doing pretty good job at holding this off for as long as possible. But on this side, there is definitely gonna need to happen something if they want to win, because Reds can't hold this on forever. He wouldn't be able to with the 2 TCs versus 5. 2 versus 5 actually, that's ridiculous. Yeah, and Pink is in pretty big trouble as well. So maybe they want to be going for some kind of wonder. On the other hand, they do have the Underworld passages and a Titan, so I'm really skeptical if that would actually work, going for the wonder. But I don't think in Conquest they will be winning this, which makes sense versus the 2 mythical Greeks and Egyptian in there. And while Thor is definitely good, it's nowhere near the strength of a Greek late game. A bit of lag going on right now. What appears to be the problem here? Yes, critical. Egyptian late game is pretty strong as well. Okay, so we're finally gonna be starting. And hi there, Mythic. Welcome to the stream. And just about the screen ratio. I have a really weird screen ratio, so if I remove the brush, you're just gonna see black. You're not gonna see more of the game anyways. So there is not really a way to fix that, unfortunately. So yeah, I explained it a few times on stream already, multiple times, but I'm okay with doing that again. So yeah, it seems like everything is fine restored. And the Titan was already up 90%. So let's see how the game is gonna be going. As it seems like Red is actually pushing back Blue at least a bit. Though the 5 TC Ra is quite dangerous. And Pink is in trouble. Alright, so let's see. A wall coming up here. Yeah, this Titan is gonna be finished right now, and that will be a pretty big problem. As Red can hold his own. He can hold his own, so that's fine for him. But he can't really help Pink. And Pink seems to be in pretty big trouble here as well. Really big trouble, I think. As he is popped with not much army, I think. Or maybe not having any kind of army at all. Just these 2 Ulfsarks, I'm not really seeing any more. And the throwing X-Men there. And he lost TC up here as well, with the few Ulfsarks fighting here, but yeah, not much army for Pink as it seems. And there's the Titan, and it seems like Green is actually going for Titan as well, but it might be a little bit too late. So Todd is coming in here for red. And exactly here it's the Wanderer going for a Gold Lion. So there is indeed going to be a Wanderer, as I thought was a pretty good move, but I would have actually expected it to do to be done by the opponents. On the World Passage here on green. And these Ulfsarks might be able to deal with this quite nicely, though it will definitely be costing them quite a bit. Even though all the Ulfsarks and these Myrmidons are probably quite a lot stronger. Yeah, the Underworld Passage is gonna be done, but quite a lot of damage has been done to the economy here. As I'm pretty sure that these Ulfsarks came from Villies. I'm not too sure, maybe I can check, let me check. Did they actually come from Villies? Yes, they did. Well, I'm not too sure, but I assume they did, so. In the meantime, red is pretty much fine holding on with all the walls here. And yeah, this Migdol is almost gone. He should definitely be starting to repair this, because as soon as the next catapult will be coming, he will be in pretty big trouble. And this Titan just isn't dying at all. There's like no army to deal with him here. And green really needs to be trying to defend here at home right now, I think. But that does mean that... Oh, sorry, I'm a bit tired. That does mean that player will have the opportunity here to gain back land, and with the Gaster feedies, the buildings are gonna melt for the opponents. Let's see how fast it will be. He's so far not really focusing them on the buildings. Another Titan coming in here for red. Yeah, and pink right now on 1 TC. And he is in really big trouble with all the catapults in here. And I'm not sure if he will get this TC back up with the catapults nearby. And with just these 4 Ulfsarks. How is his population going? 120, and he's popped, so that's a problem for him. And it seems like the Wanderer is gonna be up for Gold Lion. And I'm really not that sure how Team Bonaire is gonna be planning on destroying the Wanderer. Really not sure. So yeah, the defense is coming up. This monument is not really gonna protect the Wanderer since he's not ISIS, but I guess it can block the path for at least a bit. In the meantime, it seems like Bonamed is actually pushing back Gold Lion quite nicely. Ah, this is where all the pink army went. I'm not really sure if he had this earlier. And I just missed it. I did notice the walls a bit earlier, but I wasn't really aware that he had such a big back build. So that kind of makes sense why he doesn't have that much at home. He is starting to build up some again, which is definitely a good move. Now this Titan is here dealing with all the buildings here and the towers. And yeah, now the towers are not really all that useful anymore versus the Titan. And this one priest, yeah, that's not really gonna be enough to kill the Titan. It will take a pretty long time. And players' push is getting stronger and stronger as it seems. And seems like green is really unable to hold. And pink is really all over the map, which is... he's doing quite well, I must say. With so little population, and he's really making himself count, as he is on all over the map. He is here at home. He is fighting, he is here, trying to do what he can. Though right now it was... his back build is being dealt with, so that's gonna be back build gone. But it was definitely a good idea to put some pressure on the opponents there, as Skadi is on 1 TC yet again. And let's see what else is going on. This Titan is definitely giving him quite a hard time. And I'm pretty sure as soon as the opponents have got another Titan, which player is right now researching, then it might be game over for Team Bonaire. Yeah, they're gonna be resigning now as they are recognizing that they can't really win this anymore. Unfortunately for them. But it was definitely also the transport here was definitely quite a nice idea. Probably wanting to build some catapults anytime soon. But yeah, quite nicely played, I must say, and that's gonna be GG. And yeah, it proved that the late game for the Zeuses and the Ra are just gonna be a little bit better. But definitely quite nicely played. Yeah, player was definitely having quite a nice amount of units killed against the double. Yeah, really fast mythic here, as we can see, which was actually quite influential as it allowed Red to come back at least a bit into the game, as he was really crushed early. Nothing, and he was pretty much destroyed. So yeah, the Ragnarok was definitely needed. Alright, GG.